full force into it. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Children of Wrath. Hey, I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. It is time for the epic finale of an adventure that's been going on for like 2 years. Oh, God, it's been way too long. It's been fun, but also 2 years is a long time.
This is like a hell of a campaign.
It has been a hell of a campaign, a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I've got to be honest.
Side quests.
It was very side quest heavy. But I think we should dive right back into it because we've got an old friend to get back in the team and an attack to enable. So,
not him, though. Not the old friend.
as the meeting ends that you just had, discussing the plan, which was figured out last time, which your good friend that you've met, that a Maxwell has not met, a young girl named Kesh, is going to pilot her enhanced former Thopter, the Sapphire Drake, break in through the Sky Fortress Castilian's basically force shield, and then launch 6 teams in specialized, basically,
Missiles.
It's magic based. It's not like got propellant. It's magic is launching it out. You're basically force catapulting it, and like just piercing into the shell of this thing in 6 locations, teams to launch an attack. Claude, as you kind of walk out of there, kind of as like the teams are being discussed and the groups are being called upon, you will get a tap on your shoulder.
I'll look.
There's a fleshy-looking man behind you, a human.
Fleshy looking.
There's something oddly familiar about this man.
How specific?
Recognize me, old friend?
I'm gonna just kind of like tilt my head for a second.
I point my tongue out at him.
Well, the voice also would give it away, I think.
Oh.
300 years of spending time with you. I don't think I'm going to forget your voice.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Claude?
Yes. Is this natural or is this still the ring?
No, it's the real deal. I've got nerve endings and everything. Want to test it out by pinching me?
I poke your nose.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah.
It's wonderful that the two of you are catching up and all, but I feel like it's time for us to plan out a lot more. As another familiar-looking fellow will be kind of walking up next to you and putting a hand on your shoulder, Maxwell. Good to see you also, Claude.
Hello, Nim.
Yes.
Good to see you in person and not in a ball.
Of course. This is an opportunity that, unfortunately, I cannot avoid. And I believe I have the rest of the group that you need for your mission. Come on.
That's good news.
To the Hellkite 2. Let's assemble, everyone. As much as I'd like to cut your catching up short, chat along as we walk.
Agreed.
Are we all like walking together in the party, or? Okay.
Yeah. The others have probably gone on ahead. I'm assuming like Carrie and Kaz, and Cole have kind of gone back to the Hellkite 2. Cole's probably taking care of a couple of things.
Yeah, I gotta get some people.
Claude, it's been so long. What's happened in my absence? How's everyone been?
Well, Wintress is babysitting the house still.
Hang is.
Good.
Kaz has lost an eye.
What happened to his eye?
And an arm.
What happened to those?
Well, the eye's kind of been replaced with technology. Well, so is the arm. And he did replace his lungs as well. The arm kind of got eaten off.
Oh, no.
He didn't seem to mind that much. He said he was going to replace it anyway.
I mean, as someone who's just gotten his well, I guess the full use of his limbs back. That sounds pretty horrifying.
Also, he found out. Have you ever heard of Squee?
Can't say I have. That's a first for me.
Basically, an immortal goblin. He found out that's his actual father.
Oh.
He's also related to the goblin tinkerer that we're up. One of the ones that we're up against.
Oh. I assume pyrotechnics run in the family.
Yeah. Carrie is more demon than you saw the last of her.
In what way?
You know that the ultimate form she kind of took at the house?
Oh, you mean the one that almost beat us within 3 inches of death? How could I forget?
She's pretty much like that most of the time.
But she's in control of it, right?
But she's Carrie, yes. Oh, also, she's now a druid.
That's quite the difference. Does that mean she's mellowed out in my absence?
Yes, and she only drinks tea now. She stopped with the drugs.
Oh, a fine purveyor of tea. I see.
Also, I think there's someone. We all know that he's related. That Cole's related, right?
No.
Oh, okay. We don't know. Okay.
You might suspect it. Like, you might suspect it because the description that Cole gave sounded a lot like Maxwell. Because you're the one that probably would know, but you can't give 100%.
Also, we have a new person who has joined us, Cole.
Oh, a new friend. How delightful.
An old associate.
He's kind of our he's kind of our financier at the moment.
Ah, so they're good with money. I'm also good with money, so I'm sure I'll get along with them just fine.
He's also a smuggler.
I see.
So, merchantry, in a way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one to consider ethics too much when dealing with money, but as long as nobody's getting hurt too much.
Oh, and we have a flying ship, thanks to Kaz. That's where we're going now.
Wow. We really do own a lot of assets. First the house and now a flying ship?
And a boat you have too. I believe you built a boat. They were rebuilding it before you left. If you don't recall. Anyway, we're heading to the flying ship now. Cole should be meeting with us soon. I had to have him arrange for a few final things. There's a part of the plan that wasn't discussed there, but when your idea came up, I was overhearing it, and it was a very brilliant plan that was come up with by the combination of you. That's why I decided to walk in directly and become involved. If not, I would have been leading some forces that would be attacking it. But a joint forces between Orvada, Shiv, Voda, and Benalia are planning to launch an attack on the vessel, at least to create a distraction. We know we can't necessarily pass through its shields, but enough distraction certainly could cause attention to be drawn away from the mission at hand. And that's the plan. It's been a, meow!
Oh no, he did
Dream cat.
into a
Been a
cat.
meow.
Jim, have you
heard
always
it
had a
here
cat on you?
first.
Yes, it just happens to be here all the time. Meow, meow, meow. Hi, Damien.
Meow.
There you go. Announced yourself. Good for you. So you'll head to the Hellkite 2, the flying vessel, where within the bridge, a team of individuals will be assembled. There will be 13 individuals ready in the 12 pods to launch in there. Of course, there is the 5 of you. Latuda, Cole's daughter will show up. Radiant, Hang, Wintris, Nim, and Slarvad, and an old man that's with him.
Fucking Slarva.
He'll be like, hello everybody, greetings. I am here to assist you. Of course, when I heard my little brother, or my big brother, was in trouble and needed some help.
Did you forget I was older than you?
Well, no, it was you're a little smaller than me. As he, like, kind of flexes his muscles, you know?
Got him.
Sorry. Look, you are older than me, big brother, and I should definitely respect that. And I love you a lot. And I brought with me my friend here. Yes. Which I have some things to talk with you, young goblin. But that will be till after this.
Me?
Of
Things
course.
to talk to me about?
Yes. There's much things to discuss within certain activities that happened. Within, I believe you would remember, Yavamaya.
Yes.
Fortunately, I am not so unwise to understand that you are not completely to blame, and that is why I'm involving myself here. For certain individuals had started the ball rolling, so to say, and that is why I am helping out this day. Because those individuals should pay for that. But your activities and regrets will determine my decision-making and influence afterwards. So
I have to have regrets. I'm not good at having regrets.
I can see that. I will team up with young Slarvad here.
Okay. Don't let him die, please.
It can be guaranteed if he is under my care. Yes. Well, the Elder there and Slarvad will form Team 6, I believe. They'll be one of the teams going after the power systems. Along with Cole, you and your daughter. We're Team 1. I'll be Team 4. Alone. I plan on going after their leader. I have some suspecting of who he is and what he is capable of. And I believe my abilities and strength will be required in this case. I've tasked Mistress Hang and Wintress to attack their weapon systems. Perhaps damaging them will help best. They'll be Team 5. Team 2, Kaz, Carrie. Radiant's going to speak up. I'll go with you too. If you're going to attack the bridge,
yes.
you might need my help.
Radiant, I miss
Yes, it will be appreciated.
Maxwell, Latula, Claud, you'll be Team 3.
That's Maxwell? I
Guilty
saw
as
this just
charged.
start, like, fresh, like, fleshy-looking human. You have skin now, congrats.
Thank you. I hope we can get some pre-mission hugs before we leave, because it's been far too long since I've seen you guys.
Yes!
I haven't let go of you.
you. Cole has more skin than Kaz at this point.
Yeah, well, he always did. He was always taller. Well, no, actually. Yeah. You have more
I was going to
skin
say,
than
what's cooler than skin is I take off my hat and I reveal my my luscious hair.
You have hair.
Oh, how I've missed this!
Congratulations, I suppose, as someone who has cut off most of their hair.
I've burned off a lot of mine.
You had hair.
I did. Do it. It's like a... I do. I have hair. I can keep it short so that it doesn't, you know...
Would it be
Well,
rude
take
if I
it.
asked what's with the metal?
Right. I was damaged back in college. You remember that. I had an eye patch for a while.
Didn't need it.
Infection set in, so I just, took it out. Put a new one in there.
Oh,
There-
what
there
about the
was
arm?
nothing.
The arm, it was consumed by an undead monstrosity.
That one's
I-
true.
Shoved the arm inside in order to exert some level of control over it before I drained it of any excess mana that I could. And then it consumed the arm, so I replaced it.
Ooh, my apologies, that happened.
No, it's fine. I was planning on replacing it anyway. Check this shit out. And the arm just, shoots off. And then comes back to my arm. It just does that now.
Well, when you put it like that, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, right? It's great. There's no consequences to this. And the lungs were also voluntary. I just wanted to be able to exist in a vacuum.
That's fair. Breathing underwater is kind of nice too.
It is. It's nice. Oh, you can't do that anymore.
Sure can't. Not with
Yeah.
these human lungs.
Well,
You want better
technically,
lungs? I can build you better lungs.
I like my current internal organ system.
Hey man, your loss.
I was gonna say, technically, he didn't have to breathe, so. But
No,
that
he
means he
doesn't.
didn't have a sense of smell. Now we can
True.
stop and smell the roses.
Oh, sweet hallelujah.
It does not smell like roses in here, I can tell you that much.
No, it's oil.
Ah, even more lovely.
So, Team 3, you'll be tasked with finding the Queen. Good luck on your mission. All right.
I'll explain later.
We should set sail as soon as possible then. Any final things that we have to develop? As soon as the forces are assembled. It seems that we are in luck, though. The Castilian has gotten wind of some of our plans. It's begun to move in the direction of Talaria.
Huh.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's probably a threat.
I assume they believe that Talaria is one of their greatest threats. And the main academy here certainly would have plenty of things that would be dangerous to them.
And also has our old flatmate.
Among other things.
Oh, yes, but I'm just saying, who probably would be willing to work with them.
Possibility does not elude me. There's one final thing that I think would be helpful to all of us. I've assembled these, as he's going to bring out a case and open them up. These circlets will allow us to keep in telepathic communication with each other over distance. It should work better, stronger with Carrie, Claud, your natural abilities. But the fact is, we'll be able to keep in contact then, and coordinate better for our attacks.
I have a question about these circlets.
Yes,
Is it only for our voices, or does music travel through it as well?
I do not believe music would travel through it, unless you are singing. But then you'd be singing in your own head.
I see.
Is
Good
it
to know.
controlled, or is it any random stray thought that passes into our mind?
Honestly, you should. The idea of these, at least for this mission here, is they're a little bit stronger than your general telepathy. We should have an idea of what the others are doing, a feeling on it. And you could certainly, if they were projecting if you wanted to project information, perhaps if we encountered someone and they were revealing things, you could pass the information along fairly directly. But you'd have to choose to.
Okay, you have to choose. That's the important.
Yes. All right. Well then. I think it's time for us to start heading out. Kaz, the ship is yours, of course. Lead us towards Castilian.
Absolutely. I will take the helm from Alatar and direct us towards Skyfall.
It will be, of course, a few days' journey to get there. The Sky Fortress has been heading in your direction. And this is an opportunity. Of course, Cole, you'll be in joint contact with the joint Dominarian fleet that is kind of built together.
Okay.
With the help of the Vidalians, certainly, they've been able to assemble some basically ocean-based magic to be, things that they can launch attacks, certainly. Not as effective, and you, of course, have a number of ships, both from Benalia and Vorvada, that can launch attacks. And you're backed up by... Shiv is sending a number of dragons. And, of course, the Weatherlight is going to back them up, too.
Neat.
So the other ship. Anyway. It's time. You will get to the Sapphire Drake which, for you, Maxwell, and for many, first time they're seeing this strange technological thing that actually has been shaped like a blue dragon, a little bit. To Kaz, you and the rest of your team, Latula's done, or not Latula, names for me, sorry, brain.
Cash.
Kesh has done work here. The thing is vastly different than what it looked like before. Of course, the 6 pods are lined up, 3 on each side under where the wings are, ready to be filled with people and then hooked onto it. Alatar is currently assisting Kesh on setting everything up.
I'm also going to spread the word if anyone runs into the sliver during the mission, contact me immediately, and I will get them to stand down.
Keto.
Right.
What is the sliver?
So the Sliver is this man who controls an army of identical monstrosities that all amplify each other based on inherent abilities. But we also think that he's going to help us if we can promise to save the Sliver Queen, which is what you're doing.
Gotcha.
They're a hive mind. The queen gives them order.
I see.
Yeah.
I'll
One of your
also
jobs is like trying to find him and the Queen.
I'll describe what a sliver generally looks like.
It's a weird shrimp.
So, Latula's going to take
vary.
the Gilded Lotus and install it in a section on the engine. As she would ask to do that before. And then begin activating systems, in which she'll kind of be like, you'll see, like, she'll, like, activate something. Activating Lotus. And there's kind of, like, almost like white energy will rustle across the vessel, as the Lotus will empower it a lot more than it was. Alright, I think we're ready. All systems are online. Everything is nominal. Everybody, load up.
Let's do it.
All right.
Of course, Kaz is going to be in a bag so that Carrie and Radiant can fit in a tube together.
Yeah, I'm going in a bag. Well, it's like a canister now.
Claude is going to be
just go
goopy.
gelatinous.
Yeah, you're just going to be at the foot, like the foot of Latula and Maxwell, and so it's just kind of a little unpleasant. You're standing in some Claude, but you're not really standing because you're kind of lying down in like a tube thing. So like he's kind of to the back end.
I can squelch on the ceiling, so I'm not like they're not in me.
The centrifugal force is just gonna slam you against the back of that thing.
It is.
No, you just get a little Claud on your shoe. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, look, one time Claude completely enveloped Maxwell. It's fine.
I can't do that anymore.
No.
No,
Good, but
he'll digest you.
it'll be not like
I
before.
like to enjoy the new skin that I got.
I mean, that would be a last-ditch effort if he was dying and there was no other way to save him.
Mhm.
how could
He
you
could
say
then
that?
because then he could survive in my head.
I almost think I'd prefer dying at that point.
Well, we have found technology before that could extract. So
Fair.
It works better for like mechanical based life forms that have that kind of thing.
I've enjoyed the state of undeath for a bit too
we
long.
can go
So.
to the college.
Anyway, all right. You'll all be loaded into the drop pod / rockets, and then attached to the bottom of the Sapphire Drake's wings. After which, Alatar will board the Sapphire Drake to act as a secondary brain for the thing. Because honestly, Thopters are stupid.
Oh, actually, before we're in the tubes, did you want to have Cole and Maxwell actually?
Oh yeah, Cole. Yeah. You
Uh-huh.
recognize Maxwell.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
I don't know if Cole's gonna bring it up right now or later on, like after the mission. Up to
We'll
Max.
deal
Cole.
with that one when the world's not gonna end.
Yeah, Cole's like, I know that guy. Shit,
Our
man.
post credits meeting.
No.
We're
Assuming, of course, that we all
we're
survive.
related.
Yeah.
Here's some family that you have.
Yeah, here's 10 descendants, because Cole has many children.
Oh my. Cole gets around.
Cole and his wife have had many
Ooh.
children.
Cole also was older and became younger.
Cole used to be like 68 years old. He's now 32 again.
Oh.
It's the opposite of that 16 going on 30 movie.
Team going 30.
Isn't that what that was? No, 30 going on... You know what I'm talking about.
It's 13 going on 30.
Yeah, whatever. Numbers are lies. Invented by math companies to sell more math.
You'll hear a voice from Nim is like, all right, I've communicated with the fleet. The attack is being launched. Are we all ready?
No.
Mentally, yes.
Ready?
Not easy to actually verbally say that.
I'm in the bag already, man.
Cash! Launch when you're ready. Sapphire Drake, launching! The vessel, you will all feel the lurch as this thing takes flight. And it starts building up speed. And I mean, it's going to get speed. She has magically supercharged this thing, and already she probably may have tuned up the engines to kind of maximum, the magical engines. And now she's basically got like a turbo drive on there. So honestly, you're going at speeds that probably are like unknown to any of you here. You might be going at a Mach 1, you know. Certainly. You've magically hit Sonic Boom levels, probably. Congratulations.
Well, they all have. I'm in a bag.
Yeah. You're fine. You're just like,
I'm
huh.
fine.
The rest of you, honestly, this is a heck of a ride. Can I get some Constitution saves?
Yeah.
Am I good?
You're in a bag. You're fine.
I'm on like
That
lounge.
is
I got like a couch in here.
29.
9.
Okay. So, you know, Cole's fine. The rest of you not feeling great from this entire thing. This is disorienting.
Cole's just here making sure his daughter's okay.
Yeah.
Good liquid form. So
Oh god, you're all
you're just like gooped up to the bottom of it, like around the feet. You can't hold on, so you're just back there, down at the bottom.
getting sloshed around.
You're getting sloshed around. I'm just gonna, just because you're with some people, just roll a couple of d20s
please
here.
no one throw up.
Oh, alright, all over Claude.
I do
Okay.
not want to be enveloping that.
She's got a pretty high plus though. Let me check what her plus was before. I haven't really leveled that up a lot. Yeah, you know, misery loves company for you, Carrie. You and Radiant are not doing great in there. You know, you're not doing great. Cole, yeah, your daughter is basically, she's probably not throwing up, but not doing great. And, Latula's doing fine.
Right.
Latula's doing fine. She's reassuring you, Maxwell. You know, they're there. It's okay.
Hey,
Don't worry
Carrie,
about
if you have to throw up, you got a bag.
It's true, you do have a bag.
If you throw up in my bag, I'll kill you.
I don't think I'm used to this flying
just
thing.
said Carrie would never dare.
Reminds me of deep sea pressure.
Try being liquid.
No.
Not gonna do that.
All right. You'll kind of hear from Kesh hitting the shields as there'll be kind of like actually shaking and lurching because this thing is just effectively acting as a bullet punching through an energy shield because it's been tuned with its own kind of like basically magical force field to do the same. You know, aligned right at the right energy pattern. And you'll kind of punch a hole in as then systematically she will launch you off one at a time to different locations. And I will need, at this point in time, honest to God, I don't know what kind of check it would be when you're slamming into a gigantic vessel. Let's go.
Excellent question.
Strength saves? Sure. Round of strength saves, except for Kaz, he's in a bag.
I'm in a fucking bag.
I'm
I
gonna
get
choose that.
minus
I think I can choose to reroll that. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have
this
Indomitable.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to reroll that nat 1.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I didn't do as bad as I thought I was going to.
There we go. Much better.
Same.
All right, that's a lot better. Okay. Yeah. It will be violent, and certainly eventually, though, all of you will come to a stop. So, I'm going to narrate a few things here. I'm going to narrate, of course, 2 of these that we will only visit once. And I'm going to start it with these 2 narrations. Because teams 5 and 6, they have their mission. And they're only going to be visiting them once. So we're going to start with them. You 3 are on your own team. And Nim, we will visit a few times. So we'll do him after we do the first visit of all of you. Team 5, Hang and Wintress. The 2 of them will kind of burst into an area of the ship where a lot of the main weapons batteries are. And their plan is to start, well, wreaking havoc. 2 basically lithomancers doing a lot of damage to whatever weapons they can find. Help maybe mitigate some of the attacks. They're going to draw a lot of attention of, honestly, probably the construct guards that are around and start dealing with them. The battle will be fearsome, as they'll fight their way through a number of the decks, and eventually be confronted by one Neelan Vor, the core which attacked Wintress's village. A traitor to their kind, an ill core to the core. They will do battle with Neelan Vor. An epic fight will go on. But the 2 of them will come out victorious. But what the result of that battle is, that'll be for the aftermath. But they'll win. Who knows the cost at this point? Team 6, Slarvad and the Old Man, with their plans to attack some of the power systems. As pointed out by Kaz, Slarvad having like a map of things that you said to point out to them. They'll unfortunately be confronted by something you didn't meant. Eldros. A unique creature, also known as the Flowstone Demon, as it was a Phyrexian Obliterator that was merged with Flowstone, giving it basically a natural defense, an ability to not only obliterate things, but to raise its strength at the cost of its own health temporarily. You know, a probably less effective than your average Obliterator in like long-term combat, but in short-term combat, very deadly. Fortunately, combining a basically a reincarnated millennia-old dragon in mortal form with a paladin hero goblin is pretty good fight for this thing. Paladin smites are helpful. They will do an epic fight with it. Of course, Slarvad will be wounded, but Chromium will keep his word and keep Slarvad alive and help him defeat this monstrosity. They will complete their mission. But other than that, their job is done. Now, let's start with Colin, you and your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You're also taking on power systems, hitting them and going to these different places. Of course, occasionally you deal with constructs that are around here, taking care of them with powerful magics and attacks. But eventually, you will hear a voice as you're running through the halls. Now, I thought we could come to an agreement.
Which guy is this?
Brighton, the man you met with.
This idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Man with a really bad fake name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you again. I'm sorry. I barely remember your name. It sounded so awful. You need to make up better ones.
Forgive me. Then perhaps I should give you my real one. Righton, of the Ildal. Your attack here may doom Dominaria.
I don't think it will.
There are enemies out there that we are aware of. The plane is not ready for it.
And you're not ready for this. Any of this. And he'll gesture to the Thoranian shit all around him.
Perhaps. Look. I understand. Anger at what we're trying to do. But Volrath has seen what is out there. Our leader has seen what is out there. He faced death. Overcame it. Returned to us. And brought with us the information about the threats which are out there. Dominaria is weak, but is our home. Let us help you protect it. Give up this useless battle. Tell the others to give up this useless battle. We can still work together to save the plane. You just have to listen to what we know is right.
You see, as much as I want to believe you, and I really do want to believe you, if I've learned anything in my travels with the wonderful people I've been with, sometimes you just have to make a really, really stupid decision. And I cast a 7th level lightning bolt at him.
As he kind of his form kind of melts into shadows and kind of drips to the ground. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not here. I wanted to talk to you one last time. You see, our leader is smart enough to know this might not go the way we want, and one of us has to remain. I'll be around, in the shadows, should you think you need my advice in the future. Maybe even if you win this day, you might have to become like us."
Like I said, stupid decisions.
Ryan will leave and be a shadowy evil figure in the future. Because honestly, that's his role in this. To be the shadowy evil manipulator. You can continue your battle for now. Team Sliver. You're heading for basically areas that you think a laboratory could be built into. You will break into what appears to be a biological laboratory you'll eventually hit.
Bad memories, huh?
Oh,
What are you doing in my laboratory?
I look at Claude, and then I look back at the guy.
Ren? No, I'm...
You will see this strange creature. Now, Claude, you recognize what this thing is. It is some form of thrall. But it looks like it's been augmented in strange ways, with strange limbs and mechanical, both biological and mechanical limbs, kind of augmented onto it. It seems to be doing surgery on something. You are infiltrators, yes.
Actually,
Wait
we're
your
the
turn.
janitors.
I will enhance you too, like these beasts. More guards for the ship.
Yeah, I've been enhanced enough. How big is this room?
Fairly large.
Giant form large?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's time to tweak you. And I'm going to go into giant form.
Alright. Honestly, Dr. Vel here will put up a fight, but the three of you combined certainly can overpower him. The Thrall Master Surgeon and Splicer is probably more medical expert than anything. And you are fairly certain you've defeated it when a familiar figure will begin to walk in. I'm afraid you must stop.
Ah.
This ceaseless battle must end.
I agree. We're here to try to free your queen. They have her. They've always had her.
I am aware. But if you slay that one, you will never find what you're looking for. Help me! Destroy these foul things! Your precious will die if I do!
Where is she? And I'm going to probe.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll this thing here.
Is that your version of detect thoughts?
Well, I'm actually using my detect thoughts.
Okay.
I just get it as basically I get it as an ability once a day.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
It will resist the probe.
Okay.
I crack my knuckles and push Claude back. I'm like, let me take a stab at it.
Okay.
Okay, but if it doesn't work, he's mine.
Do I have to roll for this? I can't remember.
No, he has to roll for it. Let me roll something here. Yeah, he will also resist your wills.
So, let me see.
As Tel's gonna step up to get in between you, honestly.
I can extract the information another way.
Ha! They lie. You know as good as mine. My mind is hard to read. Thralls are difficult.
You won't have a mind when I'm done.
Ha!
You're going to be part of mine.
You would plague yourself with me. I am nothing more than virus made to splice and heal.
I've dealt with worse than you. I'm going to look at him.
He's going to shake his head no.
You have a
Death
better
means
idea.
its end. I warned you. Your idea was to murder him, so that you could gain information that would cause the death of what I want, what I seek to protect.
What, killing him will kill your queen?
Yes, I believe I said that.
He did in fact say that, Claude. Personally, I think we should go with the non-violent approach.
I was getting the thing that it would lose the information. Fine. What do you suggest we do then?
I suggest nothing. I suggest you leave. You forget I am on their side. I am being reasonable here because I always have been, and I prefer not to fight.
I don't want to fight you either. I want to free the person who they have imprisoned and let you be on your way back to your people.
Then you must do it without my help and without its.
Fine. We will find another way.
I tried detect thoughts again.
You've had more uses of it.
I do. I have enough equal to my charisma modifier, which is pretty high.
Okay.
That doesn't work. I'm in giant
How
form.
many?
I have a
How many is that then?
I have a grand total of 6. The first one I used was from my silver tongue.
So you have 5 more. So let me roll 10d.
I also have a helmet telepathy if I need to tap that.
How does that work?
In my
Probably
giant form, helmet telepathy works. I gotta look it up real quick.
Tantus, you didn't use all 5 of them, did you?
No, we used 3 of them because honestly, the 5 and the 6 I think is probably enough. Honestly, because those are pretty low rolls on advantage that he has every time. You get an idea of something. Its mind is weird and alien because honestly, this creature is just like it's biological slop. You know, thralls are minions. They're very... Honestly, the fact that this thing probably is as resilient is very unusual for a thrall. But do you think you have an idea of where to go? It's not here.
I think I have a vague idea of where we should go, Claude.
Okay, I'm going to connect with you and just go, share it with me. Let's go.
The three of you will run off as Tell helps out the thrall, which is in, you know, pretty bad shape. But now, bridge team. The three of you are heading for the bridge, breaking your way into the upper areas of the Sky Fortress. As you pass through what appears to be a, like, outside, kind of like half outside atrium where there's kind of like a glass side that's leading to what appears to be a kind of like, you're heading towards like a central lift to the upper levels. Kind of flying down will be Atelia, the Phyrexian angel. Kind of landing. The three of you will not pass anymore.
I think we will, though.
Yeah, I feel like that's a challenge, and I like challenges.
Yeah, I feel like you were, like, attempting to challenge us, but we don't take you seriously as a person.
No, never.
Can you two stop being snarky? For once, honestly, I believe...
Never, no, I can't. It's really
believe
possible.
she is correct. This is not a job for you. This is a job for me.
Oh, well, if you wanted to, you could have just said so.
I mean, if you insist.
Besides, I think whatever happens next will be a little dangerous for you to be around.
That's not very different from how we normally live, but okay.
Yeah, we're kind of used to the danger, but also, you know, you do you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I support this.
So two of you will run off as Radiant will engage Atelia. And you will hear what she says. She will be like, I know who you are, Fallen One. I sensed it from the beginning. You... something. But now I recognize it even more. Your old name, I know it. I am named for you. Radiant, Archangel of Sarah. This is what became of you. You thought lost with the end of Sarah's realm, but the Phyrexian monsters took you away. Well, you now face another Radiant, and I, for one, have truly embraced both sides of me. For I am Radiant, not only a daughter of Urborg and a Saren angel, but I am a daughter of the Evankar Krovax, and I am also a vampire.
And she's hot.
I feel like this would be really cool to see, you know? It's
Yeah.
a bit fun to watch.
Yeah, oh, definitely it would be fun to watch, but Radiant did say that we needed to, you know, do our own thing, so
Oh,
we
I
should.
know. I need to, like, continue on to the bridge.
There's probably large amounts of explosions or destruction going on in the background as you're kind of heading to your thing up, you know, honestly. As a massive battle is beginning over there.
She's the hottest person I've ever met. No offense, Kaz.
Appreciate it.
As the two of you will take the lift up and finally arrive at the main bridge. Well, well, little Artificer. I see you've walked into my domain.
Fuck you! I've been waiting so long to say that to your face. Fuck you! Oh my god.
Your planar technology is fascinating. Combined with our Lord's information, I've been able to develop a number of interesting weapons to perhaps used when the invaders come to our realm.
I don't care. You stole my designs. It sucks.
Your
Yours are
designs
shittier
were
versions. Hey, I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm talking.
No,
No,
I am
stop
talking.
interrupting me.
No,
No, shut
stop
up.
interrupting me.
You see, you have like you failed to like increase the stability of the designs at all. Like I've seen your
My
work. It's
initial
flimsy, it's
design was
shoddy.
attempting to replicate it. Those designs
Yeah,
were meant to be
replicate
shoddy.
stoling.
You
You do shoddy work. You're a shitty artificer. I hate you.
your original design was shoddy to begin with. I've seen you've upgraded it because you needed to upgrade it. I recognized that after reproducing the initial design because I realized it was so shoddy.
You realized it was shoddy because you make shoddy work because you're bad at it.
Oh, I gotta make one first before to realize what it is. I've gotta recreate what you are. My work started out shoddy and was improved, unlike
Yeah, you had
yours,
to
which never
recreate
improved.
mine. Like I was a genius from start, and you had to stand on my work.
Boys,
Your
boys,
genius comes from me. Don't you realize that?
No, you're like so far back in my gene pool, it means nothing. Like I'm my own person.
Many of the, Mogs are like that. You foul little breeds, the ones that survived. They
Are you
required,
racist against your own people?
they required my, wonderful genes to continue. Now, granted, they've gained some semblance of intelligence with these local Dominaria goblins, which is genius for them. But you do realize the original Mog stock was idiots, even in comparison to any other goblin species.
I don't care. I don't care. That was then. This is now. I don't care.
Honestly, the existence of you is fascinating.
I feel like he just likes to hear himself talk.
He does absolutely. Are you gonna try and stop us so we can fight you, or
Yes.
are you just gonna talk a lot and be a bitch?
Oh, you can go ahead and try to stop. Certainly, destroying this bridge here will, temporarily stop me. But perhaps I will invite you to my new bridge. The idea of the secondary bridges was a interesting idea, but certainly you should probably have assumed that we don't have the manpower to have so many, and racing you around would be useless. So come, I will invite you to where the true bridge is now. Follow the lights.
Now, neither of us are good at this. I'd like to insight check this man.
The voice, yeah.
Oh wait, I'm gonna do it too.
Oh wait, you have like better insight now, right?
Yeah.
Slightly, not very.
I'm gonna give a +5 to Carrion.
Yeah, what are you trying to read, Carrie, with your insight check?
Is it a trap? Probably, right?
I mean, honestly, probably.
Absolutely, it's a trap.
Oh, yeah,
but,
yeah.
like,
He's like, hey, I'm gonna reroute all the controls to where I am, to my, like, I built a new bridge. Fuck you guys, come to me. You know, he's assuming what you're there for. You showed up to the main bridge. He's like, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna run around with all these secondary bridge things. I'm rerouting everything to me. Come and find me.
Okay, before we follow the lights, we should break everything in this room, right?
do I have permission?
Obviously, yes. Break everything in this room.
Yay! I'm gonna break everything in the room.
You basically destroy the bridge, the main bridge.
Yay!
The main bridge will be disabled. Honestly, it does seem though he had been prepared for this and had rerouted the secondary to a secondary location, his location, as soon as you kind of arrived there.
I mean, like, at the very least, he can't reroute it again now.
Theoretically speaking, he could not.
Okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Carrion, in preparation for this fight, I have a gift for you.
Ooh, I like gifts.
I'm gonna pull out the lava gun.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a
Really not
choice.
supposed to use metal.
You're not. This is the lava one. You're not supposed to use metal, but you've never been good at following rules.
No.
I also have the vampire one.
I feel like with this dude, the vampire one probably won't work as well. Lava works on most things. Even things that, you know, are resistant to fire.
And even if you miss, you're gonna be destroying parts of the bridge.
Exactly. Whereas the necrotic one, I'd have less of a time, but
Sure.
yeah. This
Okay.
will probably work.
Put the vampire one back in the bag. Pass the lava one over to Carrion.
Okay, lava gun it is. All right.
Lava gun.
Lava.
We last used this in the dragon.
Mm-hmm. We'll switch over to Nim. Nimganus is going to fight his way into seemingly the core of this, where he will find a effective throne room that's been built in here. And sitting upon the throne room is Volrath. The actual Volrath from Rath. Thought long since dead. Killed by Krovax. So you did survive. I survived and evolved. Krovax struck me down. But as luck would have it, unlike your average Phyrexian, since I was designed to be something different, and an Evankar, we were more mortal. It seems the very same spark that was within you still existed within me, enough to awaken and save me. But my form was crushed. It took me over a century to regenerate from the damage, hiding in strange places, strange planes. Fascinating. I thought the process that the Phyrexians created would completely destroy all chances of spark awakening. It seemed logical that way. I didn't think that a experiment such as you that wasn't full Phyrexian, a shape changer, can't have the same upgrade. No, it could not. Creating shape changers requires much less conversion. More mental than physical. The spiritual aspect of me, perhaps, was what I regained once I was ousted the first time. Evolving slightly. Rejecting some of that which was Phyrexian. Maybe that allowed the small spark to rekindle. I do not know. But my form suffers a lot more than you others. It is difficult me not to travel the eternities. I have seen what is coming now. Phyrexia still lives. Beasts of imaginable fathom exist, ones that could wipe out entire planes. I have been to Zendikar. I have been to Mirrodin. I have seen what they have done, these creatures. I saw the Grand War from afar, caused by the fallen Elder. Things that you chose to ignore here on Dominaria. Walker amongst the eternities. So many of your kind try to battle these things in very simple ways. Merely great destruction would be used. But my home is here, in Dominaria, much like it is your own. I am a child of Rath, just the same as all the others that were children of Rath in this plane. Born upon that plane, chosen by the Phyrexians, put in charge. Now I am here. I will save Dominaria from their incursions. They will come. You will not be ready. Submit to me. All of you should submit to me, and I will save you from them. This weapon is merely a step in the process. We must weaponize Dominaria, strengthen it, unite it in a way that it has not been united before. Even after the first invasion, they still bicker and battle amongst each other. You have not found cohesion when you should. You will not stand up to another invasion, and even if you do, it will just weaken Dominaria more for their final attack. They are planning something, and you are not ready. You may say that, but I believe in the futures of these children. The ones I traveled with, the ones I've met along my journeys, my old friends. Each of them, though individual, though not a united nation, are in a way heroes in their own rights. They believe in things. It's as I would even look towards characters in Dominaria's past. Ones that have been lost. Gerald. Sisse. Even Urza I would call a hero. A bit of a villainous one. But he still helped save Dominaria if it wasn't for his actions. So I can even see that in some of the actions in Science of the young Kaz. Though he might be Carrie, Kaz, Claud. All three of them cursed in ways. They lack humanity in ways, but still are the most humanoid of all of us, in a way. They bring forth life. They seek things. Maxwell found it. Cole found it. All of those that I've come here have found new life and new humanity on the adventures they've gone on. They've improved themselves. They've become better. And any missteps they have along the way will certainly just be that, missteps. I can see a great future for them. And I will do my best to ensure those futures remain. For all of them. And so, we are here to stop you. Your way is wrong. Dominaria will be strong together. If the Phyrexians return, if anything else returns, if the Eldrazi become a threat, we will be ready for them. Phyrexia, Eldrazi, anything out there. Dominaria will stand strong, as it has for countless millennia, for generations. As my ancestor did, I am ready to sacrifice my life for such things, for Dominaria. So, let us battle. Alright. And so, Nim will engage Volrath. And all of you will understand what's been going on. Just a little bit more now. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to meet up with Slarvad and Chromium. And finish your job.
From the faces.
With the power systems damaged to the level that they have, you are not able to drop the ship, unfortunately. It seems it has enough extra power in places that you do not have marked. But the ship will begin to rock as the force shield will go down. You've cut enough power for that to happen. Mm-hmm. And so now the weapon attacks from your fleets, your combined fleet, are going to start getting through and causing damage to this place. Chromium will kind of turn towards the two of you. I think our job is done. As much as dropping this out of the sky would have been useful, we were only asked to cause enough damage to it. It seems as though weapons are getting through. We should perhaps gather the little rock maidens.
I agree. We should get them to safety.
I believe the others will be useful enough. Here, carry this one. He's going to give you the kind of like beaten up body of Slarvad. Slarvad is kind of still in bad shape, you know, because you know they fought an epic beast together. You know, and he's the paladin. He took the brunt of the attacks.
Mm-hmm. I know that is.
Yeah.
I'll carry him.
It's like I can still do it. I can still fight.
You need your energy. Come on, let's go. I'll kind of just carry him.
All right. You will eventually be able to meet up with Hang and Wintress, and so the question becomes, what's your plan to get out?
I'm gonna look at a spell.
Okay.
How many people can I do with this spell? I think I can just do any number of people with this one.
Okay.
How many people are here? Just like
You've six, yeah.
Yeah, I could easily do a teleportation circle out of here.
Okay. Chromium will basically report to the rest of you. Teams 1, 5, and 6, job done. We're heading to the Hellkite 2 to assist on the outside attack. Shields are down. Weapons. Probably about Hang will be like 50%. 50%. We got about half of them. Some of them are really hard to get to. And there's a lot of those robot guys. We're also running out of magic. Wintress is pretty beat up.
Slarvad is alive, severely wounded but alive. We're gonna get him to safety.
I've also used a lot of my magic. The beast we fought, far greater than what I have. Yeah, Wintress, she's alive, but she's, looks like she's got some, permanent scarring. And she lost a hand. And she's jammed one of her hooks into it.
Honestly, that sounds like something Lynn would do. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. She could have totally want to get, a robot piece from you that, is she can shoot a chain out of a hand, because it was a chain, hook on a chain kind of weapon. She's probably going to want to get that,
Yeah, I can do that. It's just a modification on the shit that I already got.
Yeah. So she'll have robot hook or something, chain hook that she can fire out at stuff, or just use. Anyway, so yeah, all of you will get out. Team 3, we'll switch back to you. You will find your way into the depths of this vessel, into what is some kind of vault, it seems like. Sealed away, with powerful magic seemingly protecting it. Probably ones that make, teleportation inside impossible, and probably make it very difficult. Honestly, the thing that the sliver guy probably can't get through here.
Right, I was going to use my magic vision to try to...
Oh yeah, it's got it seems as though this was originally probably some kind of specialized vault for something. And it seems like it had its own magics on it, and it's been reinforced with a number, half a dozen other magics to prevent things like teleportation, scrying, things like that, honestly, the information probed, probably if Tell knew about this place directly, he could eventually find his way in, but again, it's the entire thing is, it might take him too much time on his own that the others would be alerted to it. But he's busy helping someone that's connected to this. And honestly, a bunch of people are distracted. So you might have a chance to break in there and save what's in there.
Do you have any ideas on how to get through this magic barrier?
Well, my first thought would be finding someone on the ship and forcing them to speak.
Well, considering everything going on and some of the teams are evacuating, I don't know if that's going to be a option time-wise.
Yeah. I do have this one other idea. I summoned the mage hand, and I have it knock specifically like... Dun, 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 dun.
Lato's just gonna put her hand, tap, pat your shoulder. Good try, hon.
It was worth a shot.
Latoya, do you have any ideas or capabilities?
Some of my magic might be able to do something, but I'm not sure.
I mean, the only thing I could do is focus Eldritch Blast at it and hope that eventually I can break through.
I actually have Dispel Magic, but I don't think I can cast it high enough.
Well, honestly, couldn't we dispel, like, portions of it or something? I couldn't... Also, can you dispel? Let me check. I have to check her possible spells. So give me a second here. I had to pull out the old book. Because she's a warlock. She's the same level as you guys, effectively.
Hey.
I don't think warlocks get dispel magic. They do. They get 3rd level dispel magic. Is there a greater dispel? I can't remember if there is, or it's just...
We're level 11, correct?
I know that.
You're level 12. So you would...
see. I would like to cast...
13.
Oh, level 13.
Yeah, we're level
14. Sorry,
14.
we're level 14.
Yeah, we're level 14.
I was gonna say we're level 14.
Dantis, you didn't tell me that.
I am
You
bad
said it
with...
was just one higher.
I thought it was a lot of... I couldn't remember exactly.
Yeah, we're level 14.
You've got like a 7th level spell, man. Yeah, so...
Okay, I cast Dispel Magic at level 7.
I think she can do the same, probably. Let me check what a warlock gets at her level. 'Cause honestly...
If she can do it, then yeah.
Yeah, well, together you might be able to do some damage to some of the enchantments, you know?
Okay.
Let's see here. 14, Warlock. She's got 5th level spell slots. Okay.
Yeah, you'll only ever get up to 5th level as a warlock.
Yeah. She probably has Dispel Magic, but she can, like, throw out some, a bunch of, like, how many did she get of those? She doesn't get a lot of slots, because Warlocks don't.
No. Because we get them back quickly.
Yeah.
For short rests.
And you can just cat a bunch of spells as cantrips.
Yeah.
It's like one of these things is like, let me check with these.
So with spell magic casting at 7th level will get rid of
some of the magic.
Of this,
Do none of y'all have knock?
No.
No.
Also, it's not a door.
It is a door.
Oh, it is a door.
It's a vault door. You know, it's a vault. Yeah.
That we could probably get through. The problem is the magic's on the door. Because I could just squeeze through the vault, probably.
What were you saying about the 7th level one, Joe?
Because you're doing it it's when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you automatically end effects of a spell on the target if the spell's level is equal to or less than the level of spell slot you used.
Okay.
So with casting at 7th level, you could cancel up to a 7th level spell effect.
Honestly, if you want to use a bunch of your magic and just goddammit, and dispel a lot of stuff, that'd probably get some good.
Like, how many spells can I see is on this door?
Honestly, total probably like a dozen.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but if you can get rid of the highest ones.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I cast Dispel Magic level 7.
Okay. So, like, if you want to blast it with, like, honestly, between you and Latula, just a whole bunch of dispels, I can say you can probably get rid of, honestly, probably, like, 8 different enchantments on it.
Is that, like, 1 per slot?
Yes. Latula can throw out 3, and if you want to throw out, like... from 7th down 5, just some of your high-level slots, just to get through there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, now I need to figure out how much I have left.
Is there not any space to squeeze through?
You don't think there's really space. It kind of feels like airtight kind of seal.
Okay.
It's meant to be
is there a lock
sealed.
mechanism on it at all?
Yes, there is some kind of lock mechanism on it.
I could try to see if I could disable it.
Okay.
But you said Lotula had 3?
She has
Thieves
3. I checked for
If I burn them all, that should be 12.
So if you're going to burn like as
Between
much
both
as you
of
can.
us.
Okay. I will tell you probably then, like, there is some magics left on there, but a lot of it has been dispelled away. So a lot of the defenses have been dispelled away.
A 31.
Okay.
Right.
That's a pretty good roll. A 31, honestly. You will be able to start breaking into the locking mechanism. I will need 2 more checks from you, though. It seems as though there's 3 locks on here. You've broken one of them.
Well, luckily I get plus 15. 35 critical success.
The second one will be broken.
Come on, baby. 26.
26 is still pretty damn good. You will be able to break through all 3 locks using your massive ability of Thieves' Tools that you've kind of maxed out there pretty well. The door will open, and you will find in a strange glass container a small creature. It's actually like dog-sized or something. And it's like this kind of glass tube with metal tops to it. That just seems to be kind of floating in the middle here in what looks to be like some kind of area surrounded by a wall of force. So there's like a wall of force around it, surrounding this thing floating in a tube. So there's one final defense you have to get through.
And we burned all the dispels.
You said we were level 14?
Level 14, yes. Someone must make an Arcana check on this.
I'll do Arcana.
I technically have 2 dispels left, because that's a level 3 spell, right?
Knowledge,
Yes.
Arcana. Oh, I only got a.
Can
You know
I
what?
try Arcana?
Hey, do you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to have another chance for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking the Kazz's blood vial.
You motherfucker!
Go.
But I got a 19!
You'll know that Dispel doesn't work on walls of force.
Great!
Yes, that you know.
We have to damage it, basically.
It's usually immune to damage. Disintegrate's the way to get through there. So you need some kind of disintegration effect.
I don't have anything like that.
Drinking Kaz's blood, you will have a flash of effective genius now. Do you have Arcana? Kaz, what's your Arcana?
I got a plus 10.
All right, Kaz, roll your Arcana with advantage as all of a sudden, there's a lot of voices in your head.
I hate this. I hate this so much. What the fuck did you do? I hate this. That's a 21.
All right.
What's happening? What?
I have a lot of voices in my head. Oh, you motherfucker! You drank the blood, didn't you?
Yes.
You know you drunk the blood. You're all of a sudden realizing, I drunk the blood. Wait, no, I didn't drink the blood. Did I drink the blood? Crap.
Look at Lotula in confusion. I'm like, that was a really red potion.
No, you knew about the blood. The blood was got at the mansion. It was
Yeah.
from
Remember,
the hag,
remember the evil
To
hag?
be fair, though,
It was
I
wild.
feel like Maxwell would forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something I'd remember.
Okay.
This motherfucker.
Hey, you've learned something about this vessel before. Force effects can break force effects if they're tuned correctly. Guess what you can summon currently, Claude?
I have Force Ballista right now.
Yeah, because Kaz is part of you, because Kaz, you can summon a Force Ballista using Claude's body.
I need a Force Ballista.
Will it take one of his spell slots?
Sure.
I can do it because I'm an artificer, but I can also do it using spell slots.
You share, you're one being right now, so effectively, yes, you can choose whose spell slots you're using.
Use your own fucking spell slots for this. I'm not giving you
What slot do I need to use? Because I only get
Any.
up to second.
any.
I'll use a second level then?
Yeah,
Make it a stronger one?
No.
it's just a Force Ballista.
I mean,
Oh.
the Force Ballistas have already been improved.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
it's Mind Spike. I don't think I'm going to need Mind Spike, so...
Yeah.
You have it has a 21 armor class.
Mhm.
16 to every stat.
So
And a lot of damage.
I'm going to tell you this here. It's going to be a while to break in through the force wall because basically you're trying to attune it to like a different tune than like it's just like it's different.
Yeah.
It's this is the technology they use in here to create this wall of force is very similar to what they have on the force shield outside. So you realize that, and you can kind of use the tune it with that. So Kaz/Claude, the two of you are going to be like attuning this. Like one of your brains is concentrating on that, while the other brain is concentrating on, fighting a man who's steering the ship right now. Apparently,
I'll concentrate. He can fight.
yeah, but you can always try to help him out if he needs anything. Honestly, because you're
Yes,
connected.
I have spells if you need me to. I could even do command.
Yeah. You can assist a Kaz now, because now the three of you are gonna go fight Growl.
How would you like to Eldritch Blast him?
I'd like that very much, actually.
Ooh. Also, you could I send my spirits through him to do bolts from the grave?
Sure.
Do I get sneak attack?
Sure.
Sure.
You're merged together for a while, honestly.
If I do bolts from the grave, though, that you wouldn't have the sneak attack that round.
It's like it takes place in the sneak attack if you want to do that. But it's a range.
It's a bonus. Basically, I could do a regular action, and as a bonus action, if I haven't used bolts from the grave, I can use bolts from the grave.
Well, he doesn't sneak attack.
Oh, it's largely irrelevant because I use my bonus action to command my force ballista.
So you can sneak attack instead. You can do one or the other. Yeah. If you don't sneak attack, you can bolts from the grave. It's sort of an option. Yeah. Anyway, so we will switch to Team Bridge as you're heading deep into the bowels of Castilian to, of course, fight this Grell. And you will find Grell on a lower level of the vessel, where apparently, like, a large amount of the major military force would be. So it's basically a big old hangar area that kind of spreads out on almost an entire floor. And you will confront him in, I gotta be honest, it's a giant mechanical spider. He built a giant mechanical spider as a secondary bridge to fight you guys.
This is so baller. This is like unfortunately baller.
Some Metal Gear shit.
He's merged himself with it to fight you too. So he's basically pulled like a Resident Evil boss, except robotic.
No, it's the bad Resident Evil boss too. It's like from fucking 6 or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As, by the way, actually, how bolts from the grave works is if you want to use it, if you use your bonus action as a cunning action, then you immediately use bolts from the grave if you haven't used your sneak attack. So if you want to take a cunning action, like to hide or something, you can do that, and then bolts from the grave.
He has totally a weapon to surpass spell here.
I will tell you, I'm going to fuck around and find out. This is Kaz's plan, is fuck around and find out.
Alright. So the three of you will deal battle with giant mechanical spider. What sort of things are you activating or using, since we have Kaz's blood in play already?
Well, you say immerse yourself with a giant mechanical spider?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna heat metal.
Yeah. So you can be heating
Getting
metal.
away from that heated metal.
I mean,
Do you want to use a bonus action to move?
I can do that anyway.
Well, no.
No, I can disengage or hide.
Yeah.
But you can use my cunning action to do that, and then use bolts from the grave as well as an immediate action.
Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not? I'm just gonna be hopping around and doing shit.
And you can kind of keep hiding too, honestly, because you'll have like Claud's stealth ability too.
Also, I'm also gonna have a force ballista.
Carrie, what are you doing?
Incredibly powerful.
Here's the thing, I gotta look at something
Uh-huh.
that I forgot. Hey, Tantus, can I polymorph into something stupid?
Sure.
Here, I'll roll your bolts from the grave for you.
What?
I don't know what I can even polymorph into. That would be fun.
You know
you
what?
have souls shooting out of you now.
You know what? I got.
Polymorph into a dinosaur.
You want to be Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, a giant T-Rex will be fighting this as like Kaz is pinging away at this as like T-Rex versus Spider is just battling it out.
And my souls are shooting out of Kaz.
Yeah, Kaz just like shooting souls
and I am
and
like,
ballistas.
I have souls shooting out of me. I am roasting it, launching things. There's a goddamn T-Rex now, and I'm cool with it.
I have a question about the blood thing. Do you just get like any buff that Claude has, or no?
Look, I just said it basically merged their minds together, so it's effectively you're using their abilities kind of in their own in a separate body. So it's the two of them are one creature for about an hour.
Hey, Claude, don't forget that if you're 5 away from a roll, you can just snag an extra 5.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know now more about Kaz than you ever know. Also, you know about like all these scientific principles and stuff. You understand, Claude. You never knew all this stuff. You're like, oh, that's interesting. Oh,
You
I
get
understand.
a whole new, like a brand new form of insanity.
Yeah, and Kaz, you're now like 24 people. You know, you know a lot of stuff about these 24 people.
God, is that what it looks like when you look through that eye?
Yes, it's incredible. It's
Well, now
wonderful.
and you know what it looks like when you look through my eye, your actual non-bionic eye, because you see magic out of that one.
That's fucking wild. Oh, I'm gonna combine the weird detect magic sight with my mana tracing sight.
Honestly, there probably going to be some saves after an hour here because your minds are going to be messed up a little bit. But you know,
I'm probably more used to it though.
You're probably more used to it than Kaz, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's why it was given to you, because you're used to having voices in your head. Anyway, yeah, an epic battle will kind of commence again with T-Rex versus giant mechanical spider in the thing here. And then eventually you will have victory, honestly. Probably with the help of Claude. As Claude, your team...
We are Claude.
Yeah, we are Claude. As Claude will break in eventually through the force shield, and you can basically extract the in hibernation Sliver Queen.
You got a baby.
You do have a baby. Baby Sliver Queen.
I am going to clamber over the broken down mechanical spider body of Grell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take out... Oh, I don't have it anymore. That's unfortunate. I don't need it. I'm going to take out my arcane firearm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to point it directly under his chin and say, "You gave me nothing."
He's just gonna smile and be like, "Goodbye."
Yeah, I shoot him in the fucking brain. I don't give a shit. I don't give a... I don't let him say anything.
You will hear this beep, beep, beep.
Dispel magic.
Beep. Nope. Beep.
Oh no, sense and analyze artifice.
Beep.
Yeah, obviously he has a bomb, but I want it.
Hey, there's a self-destruct unit on this thing that's been activated. It's gonna detonate.
Get the hell out of there.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Hang on, question.
The giant mechanical spiting is gargantuan. You can't fit it in your bag of holding.
Oh,
I'm not
I thought
asking
it was
about
like a
fitting it in my
small
bag of
bomb.
holding.
Uh-huh.
Can I find the bomb? Can I not?
I'll give you a desensed analyzed artifice. Probably not in time to undo this.
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
I thought it would just be so fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a shame.
I guess cue the match rate escape sequence.
Yeah.
Carrion, eat his head.
I eat his head.
Great, let's go.
As the dinosaur's charging up with like Kaz on his back, grumph, 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 as you're running, because this was like a bay to like let out weapons and stuff. So like you probably like activate the door using like something you summon or something at remote as you're like running, as like the side doors this thing to like let out like Thopters and stuff open up as you're like leaping outside into the air to escape. And I guess
I cast fly on Carrion dinosaur.
So the dinosaur starts just flying off with Kaz on its back as there's a massive explosion ripping through that area.
Kaz, I apologize for this, but it's going to get louder in your head for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
No, spit my blood out. Force yourself to vomit. End this shit. It sucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to contact Mr. Sliver and let him know I have the queen.
All right. Yeah. Kaz, I'm just saying, you're unconscious on Carrie's back. Honestly, this is just too much for you at this point in time. Your brain not made for a billion voices.
No. I got a thing for this.
Uh-huh.
Intellect Fortress.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I protect myself. Fuck you.
Yeah. I
Your
mean,
normal shit.
honestly, the good news is you're not having permanent brain damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably still unconscious. You're like, yeah, thump.
Again,
you-
it's fly concentration.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Fine. I'll be fine.
Dinosaur's
Well,
taking a
you-
dive.
Back and then start flying again.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
literally a demon.
Yeah. All right. The Maxwell, Claude. God damn it! This goddamn C keeps getting me. Claude,
It's gonna happen
Matula,
forever and ever.
three,
We finally
okay.
have Maxwell back, so it's not all just the card season.
You don't realize how it is. It's Carrie, Kaz, Cole, and Claude. You know
And
how many
Cash.
times? And Kesh.
And Kesh.
You know how many times I kept getting names wrong? Maxwell and Wintress broke it up at least, but no.
Mm-hmm.
And Otula.
You will contact Tell, and he will appear before you, 1,000 voices, and kind of put his hand on this thing here. You have done well for us.
I'm glad I was able to assist.
Know this, you will always be a child of us because of your connections, and we of the Slivers will always be ready to come to your aid should it be needed. But also know this, our battle is done here. You kept your promise, but I must protect mine. Though they held this, they did save this. Something that was thought to be lost. And for the saving part, I must withdraw. We may speak again, but I do not know if we will ever meet again.
May your travels be well with you.
He will take the queen in her protected thing. And honestly, disappear.
Woohoo, I'm friends with Slivers now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Town's been taken care of. The ship's coming down. The three of you are here, like in the center of the ship somewhere. Honestly, there was a massive explosion that not only disabled the controls, but probably did a lot of damage when Mechanical Spider went down. What the hell are you three doing?
Running. I'm going to turn into giant form again.
Uh-huh.
Pick Otula and Maxwell up and run.
Okay.
I played some very daring escape music as we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar to our cart expedition when it was on fire.
All right. You can get to the edge of the area. There's like a hole in one of the walls at the edge of the vessel. Honestly, that's opening up that you've noticed. Seems a way out, but it's... You're up in the sky, up at cloud level. What's your plan to get out here now?
How far away is our flying ship?
Very.
I have a question about polymorph.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, never mind. I can't use it because I burned all my spell slots on the door.
And Latula burned all her spell slots, too, to get through.
Yeah, I have spell slots, but I have an unseen servant, comprehend languages, command.
What about
Hey, Joe.
our...
You've forgotten
Oh.
something.
I have Kaz's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What level spell is fly?
Fourth.
I can't cast that then.
Can Lotula do it?
She's out of spell slots, too.
What
Yeah.
about our other smaller flying ship?
The Thopter?
The Thopter?
The Thopter.
It's not within view right now.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious. So
Good luck.
actually, like, you still have access to Kaz's, like, mind, but Kaz, you're like, now that the sliver is gone, you're like, it's sort of like weird because, like, you can't see out of your normal body. You're just conscious in Claud. So you're like you're almost like in Claud at the same time and can speak with him.
All Claude is hearing is insults.
Can you give us any, do you have anything
motherfucker.
useful to add?
You could have just, like, asked me, and I would have told you that you could have attuned your Eldritch Blast force damage in order to take down the thing you did and have to drink the fucking blood. Now I'm unconscious. Whose fault is that? It's your fucking
Is there
fault, man.
anything you can do that's useful for me?
Wake me the fuck
For us
up.
to get out.
I'm fucking unconscious. This is on you, buddy.
You're conscious in my head. Is there anything you can suggest here?
Get better.
Claude, I know you're monologuing, but I don't suppose one of those forms you have is a giant bird.
One has wings.
Oh, I do have the Fiend.
No, there's another
Or-
one that you
Oh,
never-
Half Dragon.
Half Dragon has wings.
I go into Half Dragon
Mm-hmm.
and fly us the hell out of here.
Yeah, there you go. Hey.
Look at
Let's
me.
go.
I can still change forms. I can still do things because I'm conscious. Fuck you.
Hell up.
No, this is. I'm stuck in your head. This is what you're getting until the blood wears off.
Hold on.
Is your half
Hey,
dragon strong enough to carry us?
Kazged, why don't you have a conversation with Kaz while I deal with the actually things in front of me?
You're talking to Kaz?
Um,
Oh, that's
Kaz-
right, with the crystal, the bracelet.
No,
No.
the fucking blood. Did you
I
not
drank
tell? Did
his
you not
blood.
explain the blood? You didn't
You
explain the
because
fucking
of the thing, you can hear now Kaz saying that also because
Yeah.
remember Kaz can
Oh.
choose to have the telepathy go. So Kaz is using Claud's
I am
brain.
voluntarily choosing not to transmit. This is just a claw.
Okay.
And then
I'm
as soon as like I will translate to Maxwell, it's true. I am here. I've just been talking only to Claude for a while.
You couldn't have kept me or Lotula in the loop for that?
No, it was I was saying impolite things.
And when you transmit it's to everyone, so everyone's hearing that.
Yeah, I was being very rude, and I'm not sorry. I'm unconscious right now. Carrion is carrying me.
I see.
You, and also I'm no longer a T-Rex because guess what? When you go unconscious, I stop flying.
Hey, that's not my fault. Blame Claude. That's what I've been doing.
I blame you. I almost fell to my
To
death.
deliver.
You almost killed me, Claude.
You almost killed both of
Look,
us,
the
Claude.
only important thing is that we stick the landing.
It's Claude and Maxwell. The two of them make Carrion just fall out of very high places, almost to her death.
And you
The two of you,
You-
between the two of you. I
you
swear.
blew up the city while we were still in it, and not even near an exit.
I
To be
didn't
fair-
know he had a self-destruct spider.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
you
was
should
a
have
mechanical
detected
spider
Artifice on
anyway.
him sooner.
You're the one who was shouting at me to shoot souls at him.
Because
They
it's
were
very
they were fighting
distracting.
a giant spider?
He was a giant spider that was also part man,
I
and then
thought-
he exploded, and
He
I
was
hated
half-
it.
The
He was
idiot,
trying
like,
up the
did,
spider.
like, lower half all mechanical. I just heat metal and burned him from the inside out. Like, what is he doing?
He was very stupid,
He was such an idiot.
and that's saying something because I'm also an idiot.
You're smart. Fuck you.
He is one of your ancestors, though. So.
That doesn't count. He's like so far back. It's like nothing.
Revenge! Carrie, part of your wing will be cut, and you'll begin to plummet as a man in a like falcon cloak will come flying down and cut into it. I've been waiting for this moment.
Hey, can someone please wake Kaz up so that I can fly again? Fuck, wait, I can actually do this. I'm just gonna fucking wild shape into a bird.
All right. A familiar looking man will be now flying in front of you, wielding a sword. Who looks like he's but more muscular, meaner looking, maybe a little bit more bestial. But you've seen this man before.
I'm flying towards where Carrie is.
Yes.
Can't drop us off first.
No time.
Like, wake me up.
Uh-huh.
I have lesser restoration. I have cure wounds. I have healing spells. You all could just wake me the fuck up.
It's the guy from the desert that got away.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just going to envelop
What?
this asshole when I get there.
Please wake me up first.
I am
Please wake
Dalian,
me
the
up.
Desert Hawk. I joined with them for the chance at revenge against you, and now the time has come. You are weakened. I shall slay you once and for all, flying beast.
Can I polymorph into something that flies and eat his head?
Maybe? Let's polymorph.
Isn't this the guy we willingly let go? Because
No,
no,
you didn't really let him go.
No, he ran away.
He ran away.
But
So I have a question.
Sure.
Carrie, don't forget.
Cole is the headband.
Yeah,
Does he know where like all this is happening?
sure.
Yeah, like as soon as someone said Kaz was unconscious, Cole started telling the Hellkite to go over there.
Okay.
And Carrie, don't forget you're holding Kaz, so if you change...
Kaz is in the fucking bag!
I'm in the bag, man. I'm in the
Oh,
fucking
Oh,
bag.
you just
Didn't I do anything?
you just dropped him in the
Kaz was
bag? Yeah, okay.
Just drop me in the fucking bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find out what I can transform into that can eat this man's head.
Mhm.
Is that bag fall proof?
Yes, it's
No.
a giant fucking steel cylinder.
Yeah, he
It
made
is a giant steel
he made
cylinder.
it-
Oh,
It would sink to the bottom of the ocean.
yeah.
Well, you see, I previously, the last bag that I had broke, and it tore a hole in reality.
Yeah, it did.
And people are mad at me for that one. It's not my
Yeah.
fault,
Different
but they're still
bag.
mad at me for it. So I rebuilt
mad
the
at you.
bag. Thank you.
So
I rebuilt the bag out of metal this time.
yeah, so anything challenge 14 or less, because you're 14th level, you can change into with polymorph.
Doesn't it have to be a beast, though?
No, that's only wild shape.
Oh no, it says any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than target's thing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because I was reading
True
this-
polymorph is the other one that can do, I think,
I don't
anything.
have true polymorph. I think
I was
that's,
gonna.
what, like 8th or 9th level?
Yeah, it's 9th level.
I was gonna say, as
Listen.
Claud's flying, I cast haste on him to speed up the process.
That'll speed it up, definitely.
Pretty big shit you can turn into that is below that CR.
Oh god, I don't... CR...
Rock is CR11 as an example.
Yeah, but a rock isn't a beast.
True,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
monstrosity.
Oh, it's a monstrosity?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I
I'll
just turn
forget that
into a
one.
giant eaglet or a giant vulture and eat his head?
I mean, it's probably difficult at that size to use head, but you could try to. You can do battle with him, then. Honestly,
There's a... no, that won't do.
you'll change into a flying beast and begin fighting with him. Hey, Helicite, you're within range. What do you want to do?
You can transform into the Quetzalcoatlus, which is a massive pteranodon that's the size of a giraffe.
Yeah.
That's a beast.
I just want to transform into something big and eat him.
It's hard to get a flying thing big enough to eat him that's just beast, honestly. That just eats him.
I can
And
just
I don't
eat
need
him.
to eat him whole. I just, I want to eat him.
Yeah.
You should go with the Quetzalcoatlus.
Yeah.
It's a pteranodon. It can eat him. It got teeth.
Sort of.
It is huge.
It is huge.
Yeah.
Are they like in mid battle? I assume.
Yeah, like flying
Like-
battle. Yeah.
Kind of in the same space.
Close enough.
Yeah, Carrion will probably be fine. I'm just gonna fire a lightning bolt.
Okay.
Pretty sure I'm resistant to
He'll
lightning.
be fine. I'm just gonna shoot a lightning bolt at this idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm resistant to lightning.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Roll some damage.
Alright, I have to cast this fucking 7th level.
Yeah, there you go. Big old lightning bolt into the group of them.
Oh, then he cooked for me. Thank
Oh
you.
god, it's not set up to do the attack. Oh no. Oh, how many dice am I rolling for this damn thing?
Oh. We moved.
He said BRB.
Yeah, he went off.
Why is there a
It's
stat
fine.
block for something called a huge giant crab?
God damn it. I asked that question before because I know that exists. It's a giant crab, but it's also huge.
I don't they just call it a huge crab?
I think this is the right number of dice. I don't know. That's really shit damage.
Okay.
It's horrible damage.
Yeah, it's really bad.
There's 3 1s in it.
Yeah.
3 ones
And a lot
and
of 2s.
oh yeah, 6 2s and 3 1s. That's not great. Yeah. You'll do
You
some
got a 5.
Yeah, you get a 5. I'm gonna say like you'll blast that off and you'll blast some more lightning off and you'll kind of add into the assistance and probably the Hellkite will fire off some weapons and
If I
honestly
get him with range, I'll shoot I'll shoot some stuff at him too.
yeah, he will be defeated. He will fall out of the air eventually. Quetzalcoatl, Quetzalcoatl can eat things, but not that big. You're huge, but you're like they're not. Pteranodons eat things much smaller than them. God damn it! Not person-sized. You can
Just let me at least eat his head.
No, you can eat his arm. How okay?
Okay, I will take a part of his body. I just want to eat
Yeah,
him.
you'll tear off his arm. Are you happy?
I could develop the rest of his body and learn what he knew.
You really want to add someone to your
A
group?
little fucked up.
Anyway,
He's just gonna be annoying the whole time, and then I'll also have to deal with him for the next like hour.
True.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
This can't last more than like 20 minutes, right?
You've got like half an hour more.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, sing in harmony for Kaz.
I'll kill you.
So
I know your weaknesses now.
Still-
All the
Leon
ones in my head.
is certainly beginning to plummet. And you will then, we kind of switch back to Nim and his epic fight. As he's pretty beat up and injured, but so seemingly is the shape changer Volrath. And he'll kind of turn to him and be like, your plans are undone. The others have done the damage. Castilian is down. Your minions have been defeated. Certainly, it is the end of this place here. It might be. But you've spelled the doom for Dominaria at this point. And your own. Neither of us will survive this impact. Not if I have anything to say about it. As kind of bursting in here will be Radiant, who is going to just fly in, grab Nim, and fly out. Having had victory over Attilia on her own. Fly out grabbing him. As the fortress will finally plummet down into the ocean. Honestly, creating a giant tidal wave that's going to be an issue for a lot of people in a lot of places. But, a giant...
They'd all be dead.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, I technically can stop it with ocean magic.
You can actually, you can get the help from the,
'Cause I had this big control water spell.
yeah, and you can have the help from a bunch of, the small army of merfolk which were at hand that I did talk about that can use water magic to try to soften the blow. As, we're just gonna, let it kind of, sink into the water and kind of, there's some more explosions and stuff as the systems are being destroyed, as it's gonna just be kind of crunched under pressure. And honestly, the merfolk will probably take it under themselves to make sure that no one gets that thing again. That it's sunk somewhere, or moved eventually, by a gigantic leviathan to somewhere where it will never be seen.
Is this Slither Carthwell kick?
Slipper Carthwell can help out, but
Yes.
Slim Voda can also work together with it. They're leviathan with a city on its back.
So long as Slither Carthwell King continues his incredible adventures, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, he's been hanging out with a giant leviathan and partying down, while traveling the oceans.
Can't keep away.
Yeah. Let's take our break here. Well, I have to use the bathroom. As
Sounds
we'll
good.
go to our true finale post-battle and the epic fight. So we'll have resolution of that in a minute. Snacks, drink, bathroom break. Go ahead and take them, and we'll be back. Hey, welcome back to our last bit here. So Sky Fortress Castilian has been defeated. You have claimed victory. And, honestly, you didn't get rid of all of your enemies. Got rid of most of them. And theoretically, their big boss is gone. Sunk with Castilian. Perhaps never to return? Who knows? But, you can all begin to recover from the massive amount of injuries you've probably all suffered from a large amount of battles. Because honestly, there's a lot of small battles that probably wear down on you with sorry, I'm gonna try to drink water because I got something in my throat. I think I just
It's the bees.
I think I swallowed like a piece of
You got
dust.
bees in the throat.
Wow.
It's a real
Bee
common,
throat.
real common problem.
Swallowing bees,
Not
yeah.
At least they're not murder hornets.
Yeah.
You got bees in your throat, man.
Okay. Wait. I think I'm back to relative normal. Ugh. What was I saying? Yeah. Honestly, you fought like a bajillion probably constructs along the way, like construct guards, and probably got worn down a lot by that. You're probably all out of spells, tired, injured, beat the shit out of. You're all ready to take a rest.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
You are unconscious.
Two of you have your minds merged.
I'm not that bothered by it.
I'm
Just one more.
Oh no, I'm making sure you're bothered by it. I am making this annoying as possible for you.
You're still not as annoyed as my creator.
No, I know. I'm a different kind of annoying.
So, as you take stock of the battle, the first thing that's going to be noticeable is Cash is gone. Her and Alatar and the Sapphire Drake have disappeared from the battlefield. They were seen helping out, but as soon as the ship was going down, they went off somewhere. No sign.
She stole my helmsman.
Yeah. Apparently.
If anyone was going to steal my helmsman, I'm glad it was Kesh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you really that upset it's Kesh?
Yeah, I mean, someone had to do it. Eventually, someone would steal my fucking helmsman from me.
So, you'll kind of be summoned by Nim, honestly.
Am I conscious again?
Yes.
I slapped you a couple times.
I bite you.
And Chromium will be there, too.
Oh, fuck. Ooh. Fuck.
Guys, do we need an exit strategy?
We always need an exit strategy. Oof. Okay, let's do this.
Kaz, Carrion, Maxwell, Cole, Claud. There had been much discussion and consideration, and honestly, after this battle, and with what's happening finally behind us, especially with my meeting, for the first time, this individual here, Chromium. I suspected he may have survived, but I had no evidence of it. And coming to light, of course, his existence is, well, I wouldn't chat about it if I were you. Especially if you wanted to be in good terms with life.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it means they'll kill us.
Well, yeah, I knew that part, but like, I don't know who this Chromium person is, and I don't really care, so I don't know why I'm involved.
I'll actually
Well-
look into the secrets.
Chromium is an elder dragon.
Oh, well, I still don't care. I'm sorry. I know it's very, like, you know, but I'm not
Carrie,
interested.
you are the least of the worries right now.
Yay!
Kaz.
Hi.
So, I'm afraid you're going to have to sit down from your ship for a while.
Not, Oh, we lost it. Momo.
Oh. We'll let it sit for a moment, and we'll... Oh, Discord crashed. Okay.
Ah!
Oh.
Oh, hello.
There we go.
Yay,
back
Discord
for a
crash.
Lovely. I love this program. Flawless program. No
Lost
issues.
program. At least it's not Skype.
At least it's not
God.
Skype.
It's sort of like, as much as there's problems with Discord, at least it's not Skype.
At least it's not Uvu.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you mean I'm gonna have to step down from my ship for a while?
Look, honestly, there's been some things discussed about your knowledge and some of the things you've developed. That has to be addressed. First off, I'm afraid your bag technology, your portal technology, must be locked away. The current bag you have must be removed, and the knowledge must be put into the specialized vaults within Dominaria. There are things there, knowledges which no one gains access to anymore, except for those that are specifically approved, because they're dangerous. Your bag can cause rifts in our plane, if used incorrectly.
The old bag could cause rifts in the plane if used correctly.
I don't know, you just turned it into a box. I think that'll still do it.
I turned it into a box with safeguards so that if a rupture occurs, the dimensional magic dispels and it won't create rifts.
Then perhaps you can continue to work with members of the college that are knowledgeable this to refine this to continue to ensure its safety. Look, as much as it is an innovation to create pocket dimensions and to carry extra things around, certainly it seems to have a danger to it. There is much discussion on, honestly, eliminating you for such knowledge. But
You can try. I'm very hard to kill. And my father will be mad.
honestly, he's already been talked to about it. He left it up to the World Council. I made sure to speak with him.
Damn it, Dad.
I
Still
have
on
spoken
your
on your
side.
behalf. If it wasn't perhaps for my words, and me convincing our friend here of your assistance in the near future, well, it wouldn't have gone well. You might have ended up in a cell next to your other friend in Talaria.
Oh, why? I've done... Okay.
I'm saying that there are those that would have supported it. There are those that would have supported it. I said no. You deserve-
I appreciate that.
Well, so, you should take some time, refine your bag technology. And the other thing is, I've discussed things here with Chromium. And the other thing is, as much as yes, you are only one part of the equation that created and resurrected Piru. You must be involved with at least attempting to communicate with her and perhaps maybe helping her take a step back from whatever she is. Either laying her to rest permanently, or we don't know what yet. But, honestly, you should know as good as I that being in a state of undeath is not great for one's mentality, mindset. As much as she is safe now, the fact that she is an undead may drive her to more violent or basically looking down on other life. She had a mild acceptance of humanoid life. Basically, she tolerated us. What happens when that toleration becomes, I don't care anymore?
I feel like I'm being sentenced.
In a way, you are, but only temporarily. Effectively, we want your help in these things. You're a genius. You should be able to figure out these problems. Help out Piru. Improve things.
Flattery will only get you some places. I've already told you I'm not sleeping with you.
You'll be working with a group at Talaria that's basically the people that are approved of globally to work on these things. You'll have assistance from Joyra, and Joda has agreed to help you with his expertise.
Joda's going to help.
I know. When it's time to address Piru again, Chromium will come along and hopefully you'll be able to make peaceful contact and deal with it. It may take some time. And for now, the rest of you, I believe, have things to do. And honestly,
What of the Hellkite 2? You said I'm stepping down.
we should put someone in charge of it, depending on what they're going.
I had someone in charge of it, and Kesh took them.
Carrie, honestly, at this point in time, you have a voice in your head that's drawing you back to Urborg, to a certain swamp.
Yeah.
You have things to do there. And you probably have to work, now that the threat is gone, you probably want to kind of develop your powers and connection with Moldratha more. Understand it. And what it means for you in Urborg in the future. What future you want for it. You have to make those decisions.
Gross.
I know. Making choices. Developing life.
I have to be responsible?
I know.
It's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I have a couple years. I have an ancient fucking... I don't know what the hell Moldratha is, but I have her guidance, sort of.
Yeah. In an incarnation of a chunk of the land there. She's literally like an avatar of Urborg, kind of.
Like, that's probably a good thing to learn from, you know, if I have to, you know, eventually rule or help rule Urborg in some way. Planning on it
I
anyway.
believe, Claude, you have to return home now. Certainly making sure the fleets are rebuilt, securing things, and continuing with this. Cole. So,
Yes.
Claude, is there something you want to do? Also,
Well, go ahead.
We'll have you do your thing first. Say your thing.
There's still a witch on the loose that needs to be taken care of.
Perhaps I can find some people. Slarvad is around.
No.
He can assist you in hunting down this witch.
It can just be us.
I do feel a bit responsible for her as well, as I made a promise to protect the realm she came from her returning.
Then I'm sure I can convince him and his group to help you out. As much as I would... Well, honestly, I don't trust the rest of you going after her again. One of you fell into her temptation before.
Yes.
And Kaz, she had some of your blood from that she gave to Claude. Who knows if she has anything else that might be of influence over you?
Fine.
Maxwell, you wanted to start up your merchant business again? Perhaps head to Arvada?
I would love to.
Perhaps he
In
could look
fact-
after the Hellkite too for you. A flying merchant wouldn't be too bad.
No, you can put it in dry dock, but if you try to fucking fly it, I swear to God, you're gonna crash into a mountain. I just know it.
Well, that's why I'll call you to help me drive it.
No, I'm not gonna be allowed to. I'm under house arrest.
Well,
I've,
surely the sentence can't be that long.
I know a few skilled pilots.
No, none of you can fucking fly it.
At least it will be stationed somewhere, in case it's needed.
In fact, I'm taking the heart gear back. None of you get this. Only
I
me.
do like the sound of my own airship. I think
No.
that'd be great.
You don't get it.
It would go perfectly well with my summer home I bought recently.
You're not getting my... No. What part of I'm the only captain of the Hellkite do this nobody seemed to
We'll
understand?
figure things out.
I mean, it would really make trade a lot easier too. You'd
It's
have a
not
big
even going to be
advantage.
as efficacious anymore now that Kesh has the Gilded Lotus. I need to develop a new engine and fuel source.
True, but you're smart. You can figure that out.
Well, I'm going to be under house arrest.
We can add it to your list of things to develop. You'll have plenty of
For
time.
me.
You'll have a laboratory, a lot of assistances.
Also, speaking of summer home, as I look toward Claude. So, future roommate?
Once I'm done with the witch,
We would both
A
love to
rest
have
would
you
be
along with
nice.
us, Claude. Your family.
thank you.
And that offer extends to any of the rest of y'all.
Well, I've got my own home and family I should get back to at some point.
It will be nice to have a house that isn't trying to kill us.
Do we still own that mansion?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely we do. Who- I mean,
I don't suppose
somebody
we
has
cleared
to.
it out in my absence, huh?
Do I
Not at all.
expect us to be responsible for anything?
Well, actually, the Magic Academy cleared it.
Of all the
Kind of.
dangerous stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just
I
the
don't know.
dangerous stuff. There's a lot of not as dangerous things that are still there.
The zoo is still there.
Yeah.
Hey, we could turn it into a business.
we could, or we could
I
live
think
there.
that's a really bad idea. And that's me saying that.
Yeah. I like the Maxwell summer home idea better.
It's a bit safer. Just a bit.
No, I have to go talk to a little manifestation of Urborg, so...
I have to submit my fucking things for search again.
Then you can come join me in Urborg.
I will.
Yay!
Because they cannot stop me.
Honestly, perhaps that's something you can do. Urborg has always been a place that has seemingly requiring a lot of development, and it's been very tumultuous. Perhaps that's something that, if you're going to go there with Carrion, we can rely on you for, Kazzrann.
Is this after the house arrest?
Yes.
No.
Starting a new branch of Tellaria on Urborg.
Am I in charge of this new branch of Tellaria?
You would be.
Yes! Okay, I'm okay with this now. Oh, I'm okay with this. This is gonna be interesting.
All right. So, Cole, do you wanna address the thing? Anything else, or are you gonna leave that?
Waiting for that this whole time.
Yeah, there's gonna be like this awkward sigh. I know you from somewhere.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah. I think
Pray
he
tell.
knows. I think he knows it too, and I point to Claude.
I have suspicions.
I think we're
there's
related.
some similarity between you two.
Does Cole's face look anything like mine or no?
You know, now that you look at it, you are reminded of, like, not yourself, but you can see like bits of like your father in him. He looks a lot like your father did.
I fold my arms to say, you look really similar to my dad.
I think it goes the other way.
Oh. Well, Maxwell never had a kid. Or did he?
You did.
Well, you do now.
You did a long time ago.
Yeah,
I guess
you
I
had a
did.
family, yeah.
I forgot my own lore.
I'm basically established. You didn't actually know that when you were taken, your wife at the time was with child. You didn't know because.
Well, that means I would have never saw my son's face then.
Nope.
Correct.
Maxwell cocks his head as he's uncertain.
Well, regardless, if we are related, there are maybe some people you should meet if you wish.
Hey, gross.
Cole, was it?
Yes.
Are you my family?
I believe so.
Then we have a bigger family, honey. I think that's all it means.
I do the classic Maxwell move and use detect thoughts on Cole.
Just don't probe.
Confused. This is an awkward situation. And there's probably, some thoughts of, like, damn. Am I gonna have to... How's this gonna affect the business?
Well, he can add to it with his own business.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
help.
you could get the surface level thoughts of the wheels of how can I use this to benefit me are turning.
I'm like trying to think of how to put this together in like a realistic way. That's why I'm like, how do I go about this?
It's a tough
Wait a minute.
one.
Business. Merchantry. You're a merchant?
I am, yes.
I look at Claude.
One of the
Out with it, man. What is it?
one of the largest merchant guilds in Nevada.
That's where he gets his money from.
He's like rich.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm also part of the government there, and it's all kind of boring, so I've kind of stepped back from that one.
You sure you're not just the government?
There's a council. I don't rule all of it yet.
We weren't there being dead.
Oh, he's
Sorry,
ambitious,
I
too.
broke down on that one. That was great.
Oh, we should talk more.
All right.
Oh, by the way, how's the baby?
Oh, Well,
I mean, like, honestly, we left her with the Emperor.
The Emperor?
Yeah. Before we
Stop
went
being
to...
shocked. Wait.
Well, you know, Emperor of Vidalia.
she's doing great, Claude.
And I guess congratulations to you, Cole. You have a new, very great grandmother.
It would be aunt. It would be
Grand aunt.
Aunt.
Grand aunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be great aunt.
very-
Great aunt.
That would be a weird turn of events.
Wait,
All
Great
very,
aunt.
all
Are
very
you-
strange.
are you my grandson?
I honestly have no idea.
Like it's a very like deep down there.
I think
Cole, I
it'd
don't
be a lot
suppose
of-
you have a family tree, do you? Or like a documentation of this?
Yes, we do. I can show it to you. I was heading back home. Needs.
Let's make a trip there.
Yeah, you
I'll
can.
take-
I will tell you, you'll be able to eventually find out about your long lost son that you never met. You don't, probably actually deep in the family tree, because honestly, it probably dates back directly to those that came from Rath a few hundred years ago. You'll actually be able to find a diary from your wife from Rath, one that survived the transition over, and find out about, like, she never remarried. She raised your son from there on her own. And young Maxwell Jr. took to when they moved in there, took after father and started a merchant family in this nation of Arvada, helped rebuild it after the invasion event, and became a prominent family.
As Maxwell discovers all that, he bursts into tears and hugs Cole.
Yeah. But yes. So. Cole, you and Maxwell will build a family, kind of, like a relationship, certainly. And we lost Joe now.
We lost Joe.
Joe.
And then we got Joe
I'm
back.
here eternally.
Yeah.
That
I guess
was
Maxwell
weird. I
just
don't
needs
even know what
the 10 children and the wife.
Yeah.
10 children.
They're all half-elves. He has a very nice elven wife.
Hit on Cole's daughter at least 3 times before they leave.
How old are you, Cole?
Well,
like
technically, it's around 68, technically.
What potions have you been drinking?
It's his fault, and I point to Kazzrann.
Okay. Not everything is my fault.
What are you feeding my family?
Nothing.
And how did I get this elixir of youth?
No.
Well, technically, you're a lot older than that.
You
Not physically.
you resurrect
mentally.
one dragon.
Well, physically, Cole's not
Of course,
68.
I don't
Physically,
mind
Cole's in
what
his 30s.
happened. It gives me more time with my lovely wife.
Yeah. Of course.
And you got a talking stick.
And you got
I
to talk
do.
to the Yes, my lord, the Hurricane King here will continue his glory. Hello there.
Don't ask any more questions. There's no way that you could possibly like get all the details.
I
It'd
just
take,
point
like,
at the stick with my mouth open, like,
Cole from kind of probably the other side of the room will just teleport around you, kind of like pat you on the back.
He's got a talking stick. You got a magic tongue. You know, we're all weird, okay?
I'm glad eccentricism runs in the family.
So certainly, Maxwell, you will be able to develop a little bit of a merchant empire with the help of Cole, and kind of join in the family. Learn a little bit about Arvada. Settle down, honestly. Maybe have a few more kids if you wish to, as you kind of settle in to, well, life. You gained life back, which is what you sought, and you found a lot more family. Of course, Cole, you'll continue to expand your influence and help, basically continue to help Nim and the kind of shadowy group that tries to look out for Dominaria to do that, for the threats that will come in the future. because they will
Oh yeah.
come.
Cole does one very specific thing. That one asshole that escaped the tower. Yeah, Cole's gonna hunt him down and murder the shit out of him.
Yeah. Eventually, you will be able to defeat Brighton. It'll be it's basically its own epic story, kind of somewhere in there.
We'll get the help of Slarvod to do it.
No.
He's
My
bitch.
This will be the next year anniversary one shot.
Slarvod's my bitch now.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, he's dealing with a witch.
Claude. Certainly, you'll be able to eventually confront and defeat the witch and her coven of dark fae that she has assembled at the sacrifice of many an individual. Seems like she had been planning on figuring out a way to return home. She'd been manipulating things. And honestly, may have been planning on going back to your old place around Talaria to infiltrate it and use it. Use the gate there. But with Slarvad's help, you would defeat them. Of course, Slarvad and his heroic group, they'll offer you to go on adventuring with them. Do you want to do that?
I would. I want to make up for the bad parts of me, and I enjoy, now that I actually don't want to die anymore, I love adventuring. And I will occasionally stop by Maxwell's to be Uncle Claude and tell the tales.
Yeah. You'll go on many an adventure around Dominaria, doing good things, And along the way, you also will learn the secrets of the gate at your home. At least how you think you can use it. And you'll be able to travel using that gate at the home at Talaria to do those things that people asked you of. You'll be able to actually free a couple of the souls and reconvene her with a couple of the other ones. Find ways to help them out. Kind of it'll take a long time. But you think you can come to peace with yourself. Carrie! As for yourself, what do you want to do with Urborg? That's the question. It's a question that kind of is hard. Because you've had you got the voice of necromancy, you've got the voice of the blood of kings and queens that certainly Urborg hasn't had for a while. None of that really has interested you, But you've contracted with Muldrotha in a very deep and spiritual level. And honestly, there will be a point in time where you have a choice. You can go two directions here. You can both maybe look out a little bit more for Urborg, but it depends on how deep you want to go. Your demon side means that you'll have, honestly, maybe forever. You don't know if you'll ever die. Certainly. Muldrotha was never developed the same way as Multani. But maybe she can be. Because you could choose to be, basically, Muldrotha. Would you want that? Or would you want something a little different here? And maybe form a coven of druids and shamans, similar to those that are in Yavimaya. You basically have two routes to go. Guardian, maybe an internal guardian of Urborg. That's a lot more involved in the politics of Urborg. Or maybe raising up Urborg in a more groundswell way. Rather than being a more prominent, powerful figure, you could just be a powerful figure that helps raise up the people up there. It's a tough choice, but you'll be given that somewhere down the line. You've connected your minds with Muldrotha already, and Muldrotha would be like, we'll want to know, what do you want out of your connection?
She knows. Listen, it's gonna be a very long discussion with Kaz as well, because if there's one thing, it's that Kaz and Carrie are pretty much family at this point in time.
So, while that decision is something that maybe we'll not know what decision you make here, what direction it takes, what evolution of Urborg will be, because it will take a while for either of
making
these
decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither of us are good at making decisions.
Certainly
I'm
Kaz.
great at making decisions.
Yeah. You will work tirelessly for, honestly, it'll probably be, who knows how long, maybe like a couple of decades working at Talaria, getting a lot of the list of things that they kind of give you done. You'll stabilize your basically your box of holding technology pretty well. What you have now is probably the most stable version of it. But it's sort of like you have permission to use it, but the knowledge of it is being locked away because there is that dangerous side of it.
No, nobody else gets this. This is just for Kaz.
Yeah. And honestly, the world agrees upon that kind of thing. The knowledge of what you did is out there, kind of in a way, that it exists. Kind of like there's a knowledge of a lot of things that Urza and other groups did, but it gets locked away and forgotten mostly. So perhaps it will be forgotten eventually. You'll help with dealing with Piru, figuring out something there. And of course, help fix up the Hellkite too a little bit more. Before you settle down into Urborg, to start a new branch of Talaria, and maybe, help out Carrie with whatever druidic stuff she does. Honestly, you can use the old Evankar Tower, convert it. Honestly, the people didn't want it there. The people of Urborg would eventually abandon it. It's got too much bad memories in it. But you can rebuild something different there. A grand tower of Talaria, where the former Evankar Tower was. Clearing out a lot of the old remaining Phyrexian and Rathian stuff there. And
I stabilized it so it's not, sinking.
Yeah. Building something that is a beacon of progress in the right direction, you could almost call it.
I'd like to develop one more piece of technology.
Hmm.
A long time ago, I traded my blood to a witch for information.
Yeah.
And I learned a few steps in traveling between planes. My goal in life is to build a ship that can weather any storm.
Hmm.
And the greatest storm of all is the Blind Eternities.
Whether or not you're successful or not, that's, well, hard to say. Certainly.
That's something nobody needs to know but Kaz.
Yeah. Certainly, Claude figured some things out on his many journeys with Slarvad that might help you along that way.
Mm-hmm.
At least to visit certain places. But whether you end up there, who knows?
Gonna be the only goblin in Kaladesh.
Nim will continue to watch after things from the shadows. And Hang and Wintris will head back to the core. In fact, their mission seems to become to at least open up communications and dialogues between the various core tribes which are scattered across Dominaria after the overlay. Sort of reunite the family as a people again. They were scattered because of the overlay, and it's time for them to get back together. Radiant will oftentimes visit Carrie, as she will take a prominent position on ensuring peace in Urborg. She's actually going to make it her mission to eliminate the last remaining vestigials of the Cabal. And will work tirelessly towards that, to wipe out at least the main groups that are still left over here in Urborg and maintain the stability of the plane, of the island nation. At least opening it up for some semblance of peace to come there. There's never going to truly be peace to Urborg. It's a cesspool of necromantic energy. You know, undead just spontaneously appear because it's Urborg. But it could be a better place. It sucks worse than Innistrad. She wants to at least, like, you know, put it up to Innistrad levels of, like, you know, people can live there despite all the horrible things, you know, a lot more. You know, it's a step.
Unlike Innistrad, you could leave.
I mean, that's true.
That is true. You can leave.
The moon is only a little cursed.
Yeah, only a little cursed. Years down the line, Kaz. One of the die is that you're getting towards the end of your time at Talaria. Kesh is going to show up.
Hi.
Hey.
How have you been?
Good. Sorry I left.
I figured you had some things to do.
I had some things that happened during that event. And even after everything that had happened with us and was going on. Well, some things happened with me.
Yeah.
Some strange stuff. Had taken some time to figure out what was going on.
Okay.
Chat with some people. Altar's been with me.
Yeah, he's good at that.
I've been in communication with my people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Learned a few new things. Upgraded Sapphire Drake.
Nice.
Fixed up Alatar a little better. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for leaving. And, taking stuff. And, you know, I'm gonna be
Are you okay?
Maybe.
Okay, like... How do you mean maybe?
The sky's the limits for me. And there are many skies to fly. There are beauties and wonders to see that I never had a chance to see back in my original life. In any of the lives I've had up until now. Altar, Sapphire Drake and I have just been seeing what's out there.
How far out there?
Very far.
Gonna have to show me how you did that.
I'm sure you'll find a way. You're smart. Seeing the skies.
So you're not... okay, I gotta ask. Can I have the flower back?
No.
No?
No.
It's now fully integrated into the Thopter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it anymore. I've already solved that problem. It would just be nice to have.
If you ever want to find some really cool and interesting stuff, also visit a place called Kamigawa.
God damn it.
Okay.
No better place for a cyborg to end up.
I don't know that word, but alright.
Alright.
Fucking hell. Forgot about the cyberpunk ass plane.
Yes, you forgot about the cyberpunk plane.
Baller.
Baller. And that's where we'll end it. Where things kind of break apart for the crew, but they still keep connections with each other.
I never gave back the telepathic band.
Well, no one was wearing it too. You're the only one that has it at this point. I guess
That's
some
fine.
people-
I'll hold on
I
to
was
it.
still wearing it. I never got rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, like there is a range to that technically, but it's a pretty good range. When you can know when each other are getting close by to each other, kind of thing. Within like a mile.
Fine.
No, I'll purposely get close by at some point and just hand it over to Kaz's brother.
He's got his own.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he does.
Good old Slarvat.
Oh, Slarvat.
There's also somewhere in Shiv. There's a monument to Slarvad now.
Hell yeah.
Not to Kaz, not to my wonderful deeds.
I
that
mean, there's
was put
probably
on
like
trial
honestly,
several times for.
I gotta be honest. There probably is a wing in the library dedicated to Kaz at this point in time in Talaria.
I don't
Your
know which-
sister still wants to arrest you.
Oh, your sister still wants to
Obviously.
arrest you. Mm-hmm.
And she can fucking try. I'm famous now.
Uh huh.
Well, infamous. Same thing.
Uh huh. I mean, you do have also an academy like that you started, so I mean that helps too for leading your thing. And
Yeah.
honestly, regardless of the choices Carrie makes, she'll be well known in Urborg as a druidic force or force of elemental and powerful magic. Maxwell and Cole will continue to grow the Orvadan influence and the Merchant Empire. Honestly, I'm gonna say probably Maxwell brings a little bit more humanity back to Orvada. So, much to Cole's chagrin, but also Cole can just control it from the shadows, so honestly he doesn't care as much.
Nice.
It's the sweet, sweet capitalism, but with a heart.
Yeah.
Something that Orvada didn't really
That's
have.
cool.
Maxwell's the face of the company.
Mhm.
The irony that a
Holds real
skeleton brings
power.
humanity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And of course, Claud will have plenty of interesting misadventures of his own, just being a hero. As much as Slarvad's name will be known, probably a lot of his companions will be known less. The name Claud will be there, probably. And you what you are is not even known. You're just like Claud the Shape Changer. People will just assume you're probably from Vesuvia and just as a shape changer that joined the team. No one will know your history anymore. Like, that kind of thing will be lost. The tales that'll be told as you go around doing general heroics or helping out in places. So, each of you will have a legacy which will hit up on the plane, of course, as time will roll on. But we end here. An adventure complete. Enemies defeated. Peace returned. At least for a little while. And certainly other things will happen. Dominaria always gets up to some shit. It's never going to be done. It's one of the reasons we stop by a lot in the plot line. Much to my chagrin sometimes, but that's an entirely different topic, not related to this game here.
We have a whole show about that,
Yeah.
man.
I'm an old man and complain about it and discussing tabletop. Check that out. All right. Let's have one final. Everybody can get shout-outs. We'll, of course, start with Mads. Do you have anything you want to say at the end of all this?
Can't even say hi, I'm here, but I am here for temporarily.
Mm-hmm. Fish.
I am present in this moment. That's what I should
there
say.
you go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Fish Harlan. You can find me on Tumblr at Fish-Harlan, at Twitter at Fish Harlan if you're really desperate. I'm never on Twitter. This week you can find me, honestly, just kind of being myself for the first time.
Our returning champion will get a shout out here. Lee, coming back for the finale. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. Hey guys, I'm just Lee Belmont, your noble vampire hunter. I'm a Twitch streamer who focuses on like Nintendo games and platformers. And I just want to say this has been an amazing ride over the years. And I know I took like a bit of a hiatus from it just because I was trying to get my life in order with moving. But like, man, I love y'all and thank you so much for having me for this.
Yeah. Momo.
Hello. As always, you can catch me getting up to some pirate shenanigans on Wednesdays. Where sometimes I melt my brain, other times I shoot a gun. and play a much easier character.
Honestly, I think you'll be much happier when you move back to the easier
I
character.
think I will. Summoner's cool, but it's a lot. And then, of course, you can catch me where I complain about Wizards of the Coast constantly on Discussing Tabletop.
Hey, they've released something that we complain about.
Yeah.
Definitely thank you, Momo, for coming in here and joining when Lee had to step away and
No problem.
Lindsay had to step away.
It's been an interesting experience.
You were a great
And a fun
babysitter.
one.
You did not keep us in check at all.
Exactly.
You were a great
got
babysitter.
Other shit to do.
You didn't stop me from committing atrocities. In fact, you kind of encouraged it.
Joe.
I'm here right now, but I will be joining the pirate campaign in a few weeks, so you can catch me over there for some interesting pirate shenanigans.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. For anybody that's interested, I came up with a very easy solution. Their resident pirate cook, who's been their voice of reason, is going to settle down in their fortress and is going to ask an old friend to come join the crew and help out. So that's a great way of introducing a much higher level character to the group.
You know, it's another character that Yakul can explain what the hell HR means.
God, he threw the HR box into the ocean.
I think it's still there, honestly. I think someone put it back up.
Probably. Human resources box. Couldn't join us, but I want to give a thanks to Lindsay for Wintress when she was with us at the time. It was a really fun character, add a lot of spice to the group, a little of insanity, but the right kind of insanity. I want to thank, honestly, everybody that's watched the entire time, all of you that joined me. I hope you've enjoyed the ups and downs throughout the many, many episodes that we've had. We've come to an end here. It's been a good campaign. I honestly am happy kind of where we ended up. It was a big narration, but I'm going to be honest with everybody out there. You know, 14th level combat, it's hard to manage after a friend of mine ran a high-level campaign in 5e that was a one-shot. I'm glad I didn't want to just roll out all these stuff and shit
So
like
much,
this.
dude.
I'm so glad I didn't want to do it. It was an interesting one-shot to do, which we'll talk about on Discussing Tabletop, but I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to finish up Chapter 3 of Wrath of the Righteous. Honestly, I've reached this weird point where I just have to keep wasting days until someone either gives me a mission or something happens, because I explored everything that they needed me to do. I don't know how I did it. I was too efficient. Discussing Tabletop Saturday, Buccaneers next week, which as soon as we are, we're getting to that point where we're going to get Joe back, and definitely an Inquisitor retrained back. Because honestly, as soon as this 1 or 2 sessions, I think, and then we'll be getting back to those. Probably more towards the 2 sessions because it's a bunch of combats, but we'll see how efficiently you make those combats go. Up and down on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, expect some more stuff in the future. I might not be using this time slot anymore. I think I will retire it for now and figure out the next time slot I want to use. It's been fun using Thursdays for quite a while now. But with, Joe moving to Wednesdays, I'm going to figure out the next slot I use and what game it's going to be. So expect those to start up during October. Hopefully I'll start the next game in my, things. I don't know if it's going to be a shorter campaign, longer campaign, something a little bit more episodic. I got a bunch of stuff there. So we'll figure out which one it is. And I'll leave it for now, though. So, again, thank you everybody that watched. Thank you all the players. I hope you had a really great, enjoyable time. And I hope people join me for things in the future. And maybe I'll get to play with some of these other people that I'm not currently on the schedule to play with in the future, too. So until those times, farewell and goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
It's been a
Good luck,
wonderful time.
I'm going to do more atrocities.